Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to decode a hidden social blueprint. We're looking at a set of unwritten laws from the Yanomami people that completely redefines everything, from who you can marry to what it even means to be a father. So let's kick things off with a big question, one that every single culture on Earth has an answer for, even if those answers are totally different. What's the absolute worst thing you can do? The one act a society considers its biggest crime. Well, for the Yanomami, the answer is crystal clear. It's incest. But here's the twist. Their definition of family, and therefore what counts as incest, is probably not what you're thinking. It's built on a completely different social blueprint. See, in many cultures, we tend to think about incest in terms of biology, right? Close blood relatives. But for the Yanomami, it's not really about that at all. It's all about social and generational categories. It's less about your DNA and more about your assigned place in the community. Okay, so let's really dive into this. This one core rule basically organizes their entire social world. The Yanomami forbid what's called social incest. What that means is any sexual relationship with someone classified as family is a huge no-no. Now, that includes parents and siblings, of course, but, and this is the key, it also includes your parallel cousins. And who are they? They're the kids of your dad's brother or your mom's sister. In their system, those cousins are your brothers and sisters, period. And listen, these aren't just some dusty old rules on a shelf. They are baked right into their mythology. I mean, check this out. A story where a guy who broke the taboo was literally turned into an anteater. You can't get a clearer warning than that, right? It's a super powerful way to make sure everyone follows the rules. So, if family is this huge group of people you can't possibly marry, then who's left? And maybe more importantly, why have such a strict rule in the first place? Well, it turns out it's actually a brilliant way to build a community. Their system basically lays out a really clear social map for marriage. It splits everyone into two big groups. We already know about parallel cousins. They're siblings, so they're off limits. But then you have your cross cousins. These are the children of your father's sister or your mother's brother. And it's not just okay to marry them, they are the preferred choice. And this is the whole point. This taboo isn't just about saying no, it's a really powerful social mechanism. By forcing people to marry outside of their immediate lineage, the rule creates this amazing web of social and political alliances between different family groups. It's all about making sure everyone cooperates and the entire community is stronger for it. Okay, now let's see how this social blueprint redefines something that many of us just take for granted. The actual concept of what a father is. Get ready for this because this number is pretty mind-bending. A survey from 1973 found that nearly 70% of children recognized more than one man as their father, both biologically and socially. Yeah, this points to a completely different way of understanding where babies come from. This idea is called partible paternity. The Yanomami believe that a fetus isn't just formed in a single moment. Instead, it's kind of built up over time through the cumulative contribution of semen. So if you look at it from that perspective, it's totally logical that a child can have more than one biological father. In this worldview, semen is the key ingredient, the essential raw material for creating a child. And this perspective frames the woman's role differently. As this quote says, she's seen as the vessel, the one who provides the environment for development. This places the primary creative act with men. And what's really amazing is that you can see this distinction baked right into their language. They have two totally different verbs for it. A man is said to tha a child, which means to make. A woman is said to thla a child, which means to deliver. Their own words separate the act of creation from the act of birth. So these foundational ideas about family and creation, they don't just stop there. They actually ripple out and create a whole complex system of taboos that govern all sorts of other parts of daily life. In their world, sexual behavior is directly connected to all sorts of crucial outcomes. For example, a couple has to abstain from sex for a full year after a child is born, and that's to protect the infant. But it goes way beyond that. They believe having sex before a hunt will make the hunter fail. An apprentice shaman has to practice abstinence to gain spiritual power. And adultery, that's a common trigger for serious, violent fights. Okay, so when you put all these pieces together, you've got the incest taboo, the marriage rules, the concept of fatherhood, and all these daily prohibitions. What does it all really add up to? So here's the bottom line. These aren't just a bunch of random, disconnected rules. They all fit together to form this coherent, interconnected social architecture. It's a powerful blueprint that's designed to maintain order, build strong alliances, and ultimately ensure the survival of the entire community. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? The Yanomami system might seem like it's from another planet, but it's a powerful reminder that every culture, yep, including our own, is governed by a complex blueprint of unwritten rules. So it makes you wonder, what are the hidden rules that define your world?